Good Tuesday evening. Welcome to BCP Live. Hi, I'm Joey McWilliams. I am glad that you are with us tonight as we have another special show. It sounds like I'm saying welcome to a very special episode of Blossom. No, it's not a special episode of Blossom. I think they're all special shows because of the guests that I have, and we have a special guest tonight. So I'm looking forward to getting to visit with her in just a moment. In the meantime, has everyone recovered from Magnolia Fest? I know there have been a lot of you out there that were working hard during Magnolia Fest. Mm-hmm. I know the folks of the Chamber of Commerce put a lot of effort into that, and Katie and Jennifer and Janet. I, from this perspective, thought that Magnolia Fest was a success. Now, I'd love to hear more, and we hope to get maybe a bit of a game wrap on how it all went a little bit later on. In the meantime, from my perspective, I thought Magnolia Fest was a success, and I was so glad to get to have it back, even with the rain, shutting down the carnival a little bit early on that last day. But that is all right. I will ask my guest about Magnolia Fest in a moment. To begin with, though, I want to introduce her. It is Jasmine Woody, who is with Northwestern Mutual here in Durant now. And I know that that's not all of who you are, but let's just start right there. Jasmine, first off, thank you for coming on BCP Live tonight.
Thank you so much for having me, Joey. It's a pleasure.
Well, I have enjoyed getting to know you recently, and I know that you have a new business in town. So talk to us a little bit about what Northwestern Mutual is. What is it doing in Durant, and what all does it do?
Well, Northwestern Mutual, it used to, we used to have a store here, or a place here that we could just go into, but they ended up moving back to Tulsa, so he shut his business down. So I'm here now to grow my business here. But Northwestern Mutual, it started 164 years ago as a life insurance company. So it's a company that is owned by its clientele. So it's also a mutual company. What does that mean? So it means we're owned by our clientele, and we don't trade your money on the stock market. So what does that mean? That also means that, we're able to keep your money in a safe spot. So that gives you peace of mind. That, your money is not going to be traded every day, and you're not going to be losing money and winning money, all that up and down. So my role is to help you find your definition of financial security, or what is important to you. So once I learn a little bit about that for you, I can create a financial plan, and I create financial plans for individuals, businesses, and families, and just want to help find that big picture for you.
All right. Well, hey, let me give a shout out really quickly. Dottie and Linda and Penny, hello to all of you tonight. Thank you for stopping by. Jasmine, let me go back then and ask a question about what you started with. It started 164 years ago, you said, as a life insurance company. Does Northwestern Mutual still sell life insurance?
Yes, we do. Okay. We sell life insurance, disability. We do investments. We do it all. So since I'm a financial representative, I'm able to look at all areas of your financial wellness and see how I can help you.
Okay, now let me ask that then too. I like that phrase, financial wellness. I want to have financial wellness. I don't know. Sometimes people talk about they're financially sick. I don't want to be financially sick. I don't want to be financially destitute. I want to be financially well. So you can help people with their financial wellness. Are there any steps to that? Anything that you do in particular?
Yes. So once I put together your financial plan, we look at everything. So I'll sit down with you. It's about an hour, and I'll write in my confidential fact finder. Looking at everything. We go through all your finances, what you're spending, your liabilities, your assets. We look at everything. So once we figure out, where we can help you, then we come back with recommendations. And then if you want our recommendations, we can implement those recommendations and then move forward from there.
All right. Shout out, Jeff. I see you there. Hello. Glad you're watching tonight, and need to get to extend the visit a little bit longer. Had a chance to see Jeff a little earlier today. You know, Jasmine, as we're visiting with Jasmine Woody tonight from Northwestern Mutual, which now has an office or a branch. How would you say that? What is what you do? What do you call it?
Well, I would say it's a branch
Okay.
into the smaller communities now. Looking to have my own office in about 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Northwestern Mutual is back now in Durant. What brings the company back to Durant? Because one of the things I see about Durant and Bryan County, it is on the grow. The town's on the grow, the county's on the grow, and I never want to. We mention Durant sometimes because it is the county seat, and it's geographically, it's in the middle of Bryan County, but the county as a whole is growing. So, Jasmine, I'm sure that you reach out even beyond just Durant itself. I know in visiting with you and with your mentor a couple of weeks ago, talking about this area, you're not just in Durant, but you're reaching out to an entire area.
Yes, I travel a lot. I'm everywhere. I can be in OKC. I can be in Sherman because I'm licensed in Sherman and Olin, Texas as well. I can be in Tishomingo. I can be in Medill, Kingston, wherever I need to be. I can be all over Oklahoma.
That is really pretty cool. But you're in Durant now because the folks higher up decided, hey, that's an area that's growing.
Yes, they recognize that the casino, it's growing, that it should be open in about a couple of weeks now. So they're like, there's going to be a lot of jobs opening up. So therefore, we need to get there and get some of those people and see how we can help some of those people out. Because, growing up, you don't necessarily hear your family or your parents talk about finances or hear them talk about investing or anything like that. So you don't know whenever you're older and like, okay, what do I do with this extra money? Okay, I'm just going to go spend it on clothes. So no, I'm here to tell you that whenever you're younger, you should start investing as early as 18. I mean, you can even start investing earlier than that. But, you want to build that generational, wellness for your grandkids and their grandkids and kids and all that. So that's what I'm here for. If you want to retire at the age of 40, I will put together a plan to see how we can make your dollars work for you at the age of 40. So that way, whenever you get into retirement, you're not like, oh my gosh, I'm running out of money. What do? I have to go back to work. No, not with me. I will make sure that everything is good and that you are well off into retirement until, we have to implement the life insurance part.
Cool. Well, I like that about you because you're always asking what you can do to help. However, and I appreciate if you think I'm 40, then you're not going to be putting together a plan to let me retire. You're going to be putting together a time machine. No, I passed that a little bit, but anyway, I know. I'm just teasing you. We're here tonight with Jasmine Woody. And Jasmine, you are no stranger to the area either, even though I know we've talked about Northwestern Mutual coming in from the Tulsa area. You've been around here for a while. Talk about how long you've been around this Bryan County area.
I have been here since 2014. I graduated from Southeastern Oklahoma State University here in Durant in 2018. And then I got my accounting degree. And then also the following year, I graduated with my master's in Native American leadership.
That's just pretty impressive to get a master's right after the bachelor's like that. That's really pretty cool. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
So you decided to stick around?
I did. I decided to stick around. I am here until I'm ready to leave, which doesn't seem like it's anytime soon since I am building a business here. I just want to help the community in any way possible, try to see how I can implement what I'm learning from Northwestern to individuals and families and all that, because I just want everyone to be financially secure, because you never know, we may have another COVID outbreak hopefully we don't, but yeah, hopefully we don't. But that's the good thing about Northwestern. So with our clients, a lot of people, they didn't have to worry about anything since they had their the life insurance policies. You could actually take out money against it. So like borrowing from yourself. So you don't have to borrow from a bank. You don't have to worry about any interest rates or anything. So a lot of our clients, they took out 50 to 100,000 from their life insurance policies, and they didn't have to worry about their business or having to pay their bills or anything.
That is a big deal, and I appreciate you bringing that up. And I laugh a little bit, smile, and say, "Hey, listen, we don't want to mess with another one or anything like that." But it if you look back over the last 15, 20 years, it seems like that there's always something that comes along that tries to get our attention. That is just another sign that the world's ending, and it's probably going to end with this, whether it be a financial collapse in 2008 or ISIS or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
There's so many things that are out there, and we know we're going to have to deal with something, and we don't want to. Hey, listen, I'm glad. Look, so many things are returning now. I would talk about sports tonight for a long time, and I know that sports is no stranger in your life either. But I would talk about sports. I'm thankful sports is back, and I just can't say enough about that. However, I realize, whatever it is, something in 2021 or 2022, we'll have to make some, likely have to make some adjustments. So you're just helping us be prepared.
Yes, I am. You never know when you may need my services. My services are completely complimentary. I help any and everyone. One of the things that I heard at the Magnolia Festival this weekend is someone said that they were too young to have life insurance. And I took a step back and I tried to put myself in their shoes. Like, why do they think they're too young? So it goes back to we're not learning the finances, life insurance, investments as we're growing up, which I think it should be taught in high school. But that's
you're not alone in that.
Yeah,
you are not alone.
Yeah. So it's just like you're never too young or old to get life insurance. We have clients as young as 2 months old, and they have life insurance policy. Actually, you can get a life insurance policy as soon as you get a Social Security card. So as soon as we get that Social Security card, then we can do life insurance policy on you.
I did not know that. That was the time. Wow, that's interesting. Well, and they start and having 5 kids, that's one of those things we find out their Social Security numbers pretty quickly. Right after all that goes down. Well, you mentioned Magnolia Festival, and so I want to ask you then really quickly about your experience. I know that we got to visit a little bit at Magnolia Festival, and you had a booth there. So it was obviously your first year to have a booth at the Mag Fest. What was it like?
It was very overwhelming at first because I didn't know what to expect. So, but after I eased into it, it was really nice getting to communicate and talk to everyone in the community, see everyone that I haven't seen in a long time, and them ask what I do and how I can help them. It made me feel really good that I can help you. I can help your family. Take my business card because you never know who I can help. But yeah, I loved it. I want to go back next year. I was we could put a fast forward button on next year so it can come back around because I really enjoyed it.
It's a great time to get to not only meet new people, see people that you actually know around the town and the community.
Yes.
And so it's really fun. I like it a lot. And I was so glad. I think sometimes we don't know what we have until we don't have it.
Oh yeah.
And not having this in 2020, I just appreciated it so much more in 2021 and getting that back. So that was cool.
Definitely. It was great exposure for my business. And I'm just excited to reach out to everyone that I spoke to.
All right. Well, let me ask you then really quickly we'll wrap up your time. And thank you so much for taking time on a Tuesday night to visit with me for a little bit. I'm extremely grateful for that. never want to take those things lightly. Invite folks to come and get to see you and tell us how to get in touch with you, whether it be online, physical location, phone number, things like that. How do they get in touch?
So I'll start from the top to the bottom. My phone number is 580-380-9206. You can call me anytime, or you can reach me by my email. That is jasmine.woody, WOODY, at N as in Nancy, M as in Martin.com.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can reach me at my website. That is Jasmine Woody at nm.com. Or you can reach me by my Facebook, and that is Jasmine Woody, Northwestern Mutual, or it's Jasmine Woody NMW, or NWM. Sorry, got those backwards.
That's all right. And the NM, it's just those are two letters. It sounds so funny together.
Yeah.
So I had to say it out loud a couple of times when I was sending you an email a while back. NM.
Yeah.
Should be M and O. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. We're used to it One Direction with the alphabet song. Anyway, well, thank you so much. Anything else you'd like to add?
So we also do group benefits. So if you have a new business or you're thinking about opening up a business and you need benefits, whether that be health benefits, life insurance, whatever, we can also help with that as well. We do all areas of the benefits. We do PPOs, which are the biggest ones that you want for your company. So if you need any help with that, we can help you.
All right. You may have gotten a shout out here really quickly before.
It's my sister. We go out.
So yeah, I want to make sure you get to see that before you stepped out tonight. So anyway,
I told her she better come on.
Well, I appreciate that. So that is cool. Thank you, by the way, for watching us tonight and getting to see Jasmine. I appreciate that. Jasmine, I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing your business grow in Bryan County and beyond. And whatever we can do to be a benefit to you, don't ever hesitate to reach out.
Thank you so much, Joey. Thank you so much for having me. I would love to come back. Yes, thank you.
It's an open invitation. Okay. So we'll just leave it at that. It's an open invitation. Jasmine Woody with Northwestern Mutual here in Durant. And I'm going to let her step out then for a moment, and we'll kind of wind things down here. Thank you, Jasmine, so much for being a part of the broadcast tonight. And man, she has a lot of good things going. I like that phrase, financial wellness. And again, it goes with, so often people say, well, I just didn't have two nickels to rub together, or, I'm so poor I couldn't pay attention, or whatever the case may be. I think sometimes we bash our own financial situations a little bit too much. Hey, listen, if that's the case, then let's find someone like Jasmine. Let's find Jasmine and put ourselves in a position where we have some financial wellness. I agree with her also, and I was going to mention, and I let it slip. I should have said something while she was on the air there, but she's saying that too often we don't talk about finances with our children, and we let things go by without teaching the next generation, teaching folks as to how best to handle their money. And I've seen that in my life. I've tried to do okay with that, but sometimes I know I haven't taught as well. The one thing I have taught, and I will stick with this, is that the kids are going to be tithers. So they know how to tithe. One of the kids has a job this summer, and she's, brought home some paychecks already, and we go to the bank, and that's how we take care of it. She's depositing this, and she's taking 10% out, and she learns how to tithe. So I think that's a really cool thing. All right. Let's make one announcement here then really quickly. What's one of the next things to come up in the county? How about Dragon Main Car and Bike Show? The Dragon Main Car and Bike Show. I posted a picture on the Bryan County Patriot Facebook page today. Didn't do a story about it, just posted a picture up there of a sign across Main Street. We have one of those signs, a big banner that just completely goes across Main Street, and it's been a long time, years since one of those signs has been up. But of course, now Main Street it's not so much the state highway anymore, since we have the Highway 70 bypass going to the south of town. And the sign was put up this morning. I saw the guys out there putting that up. It's just right about where 2nd Avenue crosses or intersects Main Street in downtown Durant. And I think that is pretty cool. So shout out then now to the Dragon Main Car and Bike Show. Okay. And that is coming up Father's Day weekend, June the 18th and June the 19th, June the 18th and June the 19th in Durant. And what I've heard from Lynn from Nortex is that it's going to be, there are going to be more than 300 cars there. More than 300 cars. I think I got that number right. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me, please. I don't like to be wrong, but correct me anyway. So more than 300 cars, I think that's right, that have signed up that will be in downtown Durant during the weekend of the car show. That is amazingly cool. And I don't know if you went last year. If you did go, then, this was a big deal. If you didn't have a chance to go, you missed out. So don't miss out this year. I know that people are coming into, again, this is just like Magnolia Fest. This is just like the rodeo, other things that happen here. Our county benefits from these events because people come in from out of county and they spend the money at our restaurants. They spend the money at our hotels. They spend the money at our shops that are downtown and all around town. And so this is a financial blessing, but it takes work. And it also is just that much better then. More and more folks are going to want to come back if we will frequent the events. If we'll show up at the rodeo, if we'll show up at Magnolia Festival, if we'll show up at the car show downtown, the people who are there are going to say, hey, listen, these folks came out to see what's going on. I want to be a part of this next year and make it even bigger and better. So I want to encourage everyone to come out to the Dragon Main Car and Bike Show. It's going to be in downtown Durant. Again, Father's Day weekend, June 18th and June 19th. Don't forget about your father also. I know. Don't forget about your father on Father's Day weekend. And that will be cool. All right. I got an email today. It was very funny. I thought it was pretty cool from the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. I'm on the distribution list there and get information when there's certain email that they send. And one of them today was pretty cool. It was from Woodward, from the northwestern part of the state. And it said that the state highway no less, 412, will be shut down temporarily. A cattle drive was crossing. There was a cattle drive today in northwestern Oklahoma that literally shut down traffic on a state highway. And it got done for, 7 minutes later, got the email that said, all right, it's back open again. But I thought that was pretty cool. Did you know we still have cattle drives in Oklahoma? I know. That's pretty cool. So anyway, I thought that was something special. Okay. Anything else? I'm trying to see. I think I got just about everything. Sports I mentioned was back. I got to do an interview today with a head coach of a football team in Florida for one of my channels. And he is a former NFL player, former Miami Dolphin. That was cool. We got to talk about Jesus a little bit too, which I always think is cool. And that's conversation that is always welcome on my channels, whether it be the Patriot or sports channels or whatever, across the board. We can talk about Jesus. And so that was kind of neat too. But it was the first one of a series of coaches interviews that I'm going to be doing now, starting, pretty much today. And so I encourage you to check out the YouTube channels, Midwest Sports Net or Southeast Sports Net. Excuse me, not or, and. There we go. So if you have YouTube and you can subscribe to channels, then I wanted to encourage you, Midwest Sports Net and Southeast Sports Net. I'm just glad that sports is back, or sports are back. I think sports is a singular at that point, so I'm going to say sports is back. Correct me if you want to. It's fine. That's all right. All right. So let's wrap this up then tonight. Thanks to Jasmine Woody for being on the show with me. We'll be back again next Tuesday night, and we'll talk a little bit more about things going on in Bryan County. Dottie, Linda, Penny, Jeff, Ebony, thank you all for stopping by tonight. And if you didn't give a comment, but you stopped by tonight, thank you as well. I want to remind you, please do these three things. Make these three things a part of your life. Be wise, walk in love, do not live in fear. Be wise, walk in love, do not live in fear. And I am telling you, I would almost go so far as to guarantee it. How about if I guaranteed it? I don't know if there's much behind it, but I hope so. If you will do those three things, your life will be better. Be wise, walk in love, do not live in fear. I will see you all again next Tuesday night. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed all of our broadcasts during the BCP summer kickoff as well. There are many of them already on YouTube, and you can go back and check out all of them on Facebook Live. See you next Tuesday night. God bless you all. Have a great night.